Hello, first grade friends and families. For math today, we are on page 47. It looks like this. We are going to play Which One Doesn't Belong. So this is comparing and contrasting the different shapes. So it says, look at the boxes above. Each box has a reason why the shape in that box does not belong with the other shapes. See if you can figure out why the shape doesn't belong. So, in our first one, we have the rectangle, so I'm just going to fill in the blanks. Then we have the square, and as a first grade friend, I know you guys know these. Then we have our rhombus. You can also put that as a square if you'd like. And then this is our five-sided figure, which is a pentagon. Okay? So, with this math question, there are multiple answers. So feel free to use your own answers. You don't have to use what I'm suggesting. It's just up to you guys on how you think the shape does not fit compared to the others. So for the rectangle, if I look at the rectangle and I look at the other shapes, how can I say that one doesn't belong? First, I'm thinking let's look at our sides and our corners. But this one has 4 sides and 4 corners, and this one has 4 sides and 4 corners. So then I'm thinking, okay, what if I look at the sides? This one has all the sides are the same. This one has all the sides are the same. And this one, all the sides are the same, and there's 5 of them. This one, though, doesn't have all the same sides. It has 2 sides that are longer than the other 2. So I would say the rectangle doesn't belong because not all of the sides are the same. Again, feel free to pause the video or rewatch it if I'm going too fast, just due to time restrictions. And again, you might find a different difference than I do, which is totally fine because this is an open-ended question. So then we're going to look at how does the square not belong compared to these 3, and I immediately look at the color. So the square doesn't belong because it is black. So the square is black, whereas the other 3 shapes are white. So I'm going to go immediately to the color. Okay? Then we're going to look at our rhombus. Again, we can't say 4 sides, 4 corners because these 2 have those. We can't say all the sides are the same because these guys all have the same sides. So what can we say for this rhombus here? I know some of you are probably thinking, well, it is up on its vertices, whereas the others aren't, so we could say that. So it is diagonal, whereas the others are put on a flat side. This is the only one that's up on a vertice. Okay, and then the pentagon doesn't belong. Can't look at the color because these 2 are white, but this one does have a different set of sides and vertices. It has 5 instead of 4. So I'm going to say the pentagon doesn't belong because it has 5 sides. You could also choose to say it has 5 vertices or corners. And you can also say it has more sides than the others. Either of those, any of those, are good answers. So then when you flip to the bottom of this page, so I just folded this page in half, it says, now it's your turn. Create a which one doesn't belong using numbers for your parents to play. Make sure that there is a reason each doesn't belong and the reason why the others do. So this is harder for numbers. If you want to adapt it, I would have your child draw 4 shapes. So try not to mimic this one, but have different shapes, color them differently, or color one of them differently, and try to figure out how you can show some have sides, some are darker. You could even do some 2D shapes and some 3D shapes, and just have fun with it. Again, this is an open assignment, so you can do whichever one you want. Okay? So at the end, you'll have your top, which talks about this square, and then you'll have your square for you and your parents to play. Have fun!